Hello, I'm Cal and welcome to the channel. In this one we're going to have a look at a different emulator for PlayStation 1 games. We've already looked at RetroArch and this is what we did with this. We've done two videos on RetroArch. First one was set up and install, and the second one was looking at some of the graphic enhancements that we can do. So in this episode we're going to have a look at another emulator which is called ePSXe, and this is the website. And we have got downloads here for different systems. I'm only going to be doing this for Windows because I know nothing about Linux. So we've got Windows here. So we're just going to download this one, which is version 2.0.5. So you click on this one to download it. Now it's downloaded. And also it's got a shaders pack here. This is the graphical enhancements that we can use. So we're just going to download that as well. If you want to know more about ePSXe, is the Wikipedia page. All these links will be in the channel description. So it looks on here you don't need a very powerful computer to run this. You probably might do for the shaders and things, you know, but the basics, nooks and crannies of it, I think you can get away with a basic computer. If you want to read up on it, I'll leave a link in the description. Also, when you go onto the site here, there's a help page and a forum and some links there as well. Some frequently asked questions here, so you can download that before you start answering or asking questions in the forum. There's links here for Facebook page as well, so that might be a good place to start too. Okay, so that's all downloading now, and we'll just go back to the desktop. So you're back on the desktop now. I've just put these two files on the desktop just so it's easier for you to see. I've got my folder selection here from when we made RetroArch. So I'm just going to create a new folder. And I'm going to name that. So made a little home for it there. So I'm just going to right click on here and use 7-zip to extract to its own folder. We've got shaders here as well, we're going to do that. So 7-zip, extract to its own folder, and that has put itself down here. So if you want to, we can just delete these two, and then we've got them here. I've actually found some more shaders. I'll leave a link in the description for this one as well. Seems to be a bit bigger. So I'm just going to 7-zip this one as well. Okay, so that's another one there. I'm just going to delete this one. So let's see what's in here. Okay, so let's move these over so we can see them better. So there's an exe file here. Looks like we've got a shaders folder there. Delete me. Okay. Well, what I'm going to do is have a look at the shaders. And what I'm going to do, 2016, all these, February 2016. What I'm going to do is drag all of them in there. Hopefully we're doing that right. Delete that one. Have a look, see what's in this one. Shader notes. Let's have a quick look. Shaders from this pack will work with OGL2 GPU plugin from Pete Burnett. Pixel Shader 2, compatible GFX adapter. Okay. Okay, so it tells you all about what the shaders do, which is cool. Well, what I'm going to do is just drag all these in. Okay, it didn't say anything about duplications or anything, so I'm just going to close that one. So this one's empty, so I'm going to move that one. And empty, and delete that one. few shaders in there now, some to choose from. What's this one? That's all the main ones, so just put that in the main folder. Right, so what I'll do is put all them into that one. I might have to move them around a bit later. Okay, let's get rid of that one then. Delete that one as well. And right, before we start this up, I believe you need to connect your controller. So connect your controller. That's what I'm going to do now before I start it. Now I've plugged in my controller. I'm just having a quick look at some of the files. I found something in the documents folder, and there's some information here about all the configuration and things. So if you're struggling, you can always refer to this, and it gives you more information here. Just trying to find out which files are necessary to run. So it's 3.1. Let's have a look. 3.1. So we do need a BIOS. So these are the ones we're going to be looking for, so I'm probably going to have to do an internet search for that, or rename some of the ones that I've already got. Maybe that's a possibility, but it's something to look through if you're struggling. If not, then try the forums and things. So right click on here and then send to, and we'll create a desktop shortcut, and wherever that's gone. There we go. Nice little controller one there, eh? And then we'll just click on it and run it for the first time. So as you're going to talk you through what you've got to do. Skip this, but no, we'll go for configuring. So I'm just going to do a quick internet search for this. There's no point running it otherwise. I mean, there is a BIOS in there, but I want to get these ones because these are going to be more compatible with the games. Right, so with the BIOSes, what I've done is I've already got these BIOSes from when I installed RetroArch. So all I've done is renamed these ones. The 5501 is the US version, so I've just renamed that as 1001.bin. And then the 5502 is the English or PAL version, which I've just renamed 7502. So we could try and run Dino Crisis 2 because that's a PAL version. So first instance, I'll try this one. If I don't get any luck with that, I'll try the 7502. So I've renamed these files in accordance to the emulator itself. We've got here for the US version and this one for the PAL version. There is a BIOS file here that will run, but it hasn't got complete compatibility with all the games. So I thought, well, because I've got them already, I'm just going to rename them and then see how we go. Configuration, BIOS. And it's already selected that one, so that's okay. But we need to configure the video and sound. So that's all at basic settings. Okay. It doesn't ask me to do anything there. Alright, CPU overclocking, we'll make sure that's on ×1. Auto load PPF files. What's that? Game profiles. Okay. Have we done an input or anything yet, have we? Okay, so we want this one, don't we? Okay. Sound. That's that one. CD-ROM. That's that one. Input. Select configure. Of course, we've got a gamepad here, which I haven't. Well, it's not an Xbox one, put it that way. So digital, have we got any others? No, that's the best fit, isn't it? Direct input. I'll try this one and see whether the D-pad will run with this. If not, we'll change it to this one. So we can okay. What I'm doing is just highlighting these with a mouse and then pressing the corresponding button on the D-pad, and it's just overwriting the information. And then we've got one, it's two, one, triangular, circle, X, square, and then we've got that one, and then that one. I've got some more buttons on here, but obviously I can't set those. So save, or is it just OK? Just select OK. Okay, so I'm just going to go back into configure. It looks as though all those have saved, so just press cancel on there, then press OK. Test didn't do anything, so cheat codes and game files. So you might have been able to just select the wizard guide, it might have just gone through setup with you. I'm not going to do that now. Right, so I'm just going to manually find this one, so I'll put it on PS1 games, Dino Crisis 2, and then we need the Q file. Okay, so we'll try again, we'll see whether we can change the BIOS to this one, which is PAL version BIOS. Hit OK on there. So we'll go to G drive. Okay. Try the bin file then. Okay, to the bin file. At least we got something up and running, eh? Got any sound though? Oh, that's better. This is forced full screen, but on the recording it's actually small screen, the native resolution, which is fine by me. Nice. Joypad is working. Just going to check the controls and make sure the hopefully I'll do the cutscene.
So, this is the Cretaceous way of welcoming guests, huh?
Can't actually see the actual characters. Looks as though they're behind the background. See, even though his camouflage gear is pretty good.
There's more than 1,000 survivors. Let's get moving. Now hold on. What was your name again? Hey!
Oh, okay, so that was just the cutscene then. This is full screen and it doesn't look that bad, to be honest. I haven't even done anything with the settings or shaders or anything, so it looks pretty good. Yeah, we'll have to go through some of the setup because obviously with the cutscenes and things, the action sequences we're not going to be able to see anything, are we? Its sound and everything seems fine, and the actual resolution on screen looks pretty good. It's showing on full screen on my computer, on my monitor, but on the actual recording it's recording its native quality, so the software itself is forcing it to be full screen, which is okay, I suppose. Let me press escape. Escape brings you out, so you're going to have to check the controls and see whether we've got some save states and things. So we've seen it running with Dino Crisis 2, let's see whether we can improve the graphics on here. So if we go to config, plugins, video, good old Pete, we'll go configure, see whether we can change some of these resolutions. So full screen mode, desktop resolution, well, mine is 1080p. Colour depth will leave at 32. Window size, the native resolution, I believe. So what have we got here? Can we max these out? Yeah, we've got very high. Yeah, we'll go full. Obviously, if this affects your computer, then try and reduce these slightly. Stretch to fit window, we'll go with that. Render standard. Supported by mouse cards. Use frame buffer object. I'll try that. Threading mode, I don't know what that is. I'll try all of them, yeah. Texture filtering. Yeah, we'll go to the max. Stretched. Well, yeah, we'll give that a go. I'll leave that as auto detect. Use pixel shader for PSX texture window emulation. We'll have a look at that in a second. I mean, if you want to, you can show the frames per second on screen if you wanted to, but no. Yeah, I'm going to use a limit because these older games, the older systems, I think they sort of like run at, some have run at 30 frames per second, some ran 60. With the English ones, I think they ran, PlayStation 1 ran at 50 Hz, American ones 60 Hz. So if we just put a limit there, say 65, and then that'll cover most things. Off screen drawing. Well, maybe that had something to do with the characters. Can cause garbage. Let's try that one then. Yeah, put everything to the full, up to the max. Okay. Screen filtering. Well, we've got some things we can try on that later. So I think these are all filters, so we'll leave all of those, and then what we'll do is movies will look less pixelated. We had a problem with the movies, didn't we, because it was showing the background first, so maybe that's what we need to tick on there. Scan lines, no, I don't like them really. Screensaver, yeah. Special game fixes. I'm not sure what that is. Got some 3 little dots there. Activate the following options only if you want to play one of the listed games or if your game is showing similar glitches. Well, I haven't taken any of them yet. We'll see. I suppose if you've got defaults, these might populate if you try these, but I've already set everything now, so I'm going to put copy settings to clipboard. Okay, so if you wanted to share them with a friend or something. Right. Scan lines. 1 equals monitor dot matrix. We're not tick that, so I'm going to leave that one, and then I'm just going to select OK. Config soft video plugin. Okay, we're going to leave that one. Just press OK. I'm just going to run it again and see what improvements has happened, if anything. Or see whether it crashes. Okay, so it's sorted the screen out. We're at full screen now with the capture card. Still shows 4:3. Looks like it's well, we'll see whether it stretches or not, or whether it's playable like this. Oh, some lines in the middle. New game. Let's see what happens. Yeah, it's certainly stretched. We'll have to see whether we can get that reduced. On post box, this has. Skip through this one. Well, at least the characters are visible now. And it looks as though
there's no response.
yeah, the graphics have improved. No doubt about that. Let's have a look, see what it looks like on screen. Ooh. Yeah, definite improvement. So a few little glitches. Seems to be visible on screen, but I can live with that for the improvements. Have a look, see what the action's like. Right, I'm going to put this back in 4:3 mode, I think it is. Oh, no. So that's the aim button. To find out what the fire button is. Always turns to the wrong one first, doesn't it? Come jump at me. Not like that. Flashing red, and he lost a little bit of life. It's because he's bleeding, isn't it? Where's the hemostat? There we go. Okay, so if you press escape, it goes back to the emulator, and it's still running, but on here you can actually press save state in, I suppose, slot 1. Okay, so that's that. So if I go down back here, now press escape. Oh, just once. Oh no, press escape. And then if I go load slot 1. Oh, okay. I must have pressed the button. So there's plenty of different slots there to load from. He did it. Yeah, so press escape, and now load state slot 1. Cut both at the same time. So we know that the save and load is right. It's full screen on my monitor. I'm going to have to play around with the settings. Mine's a 1080p monitor, so I'm going to play around with the settings and then just post them up where I change them to on that screen. It's probably going to take me a few times to get the right resolution where it's 4:3. Is that the same as pressing the reset button? Yeah, it is. Okay, cool. So escape on there. So I need to plug in video. Okay, so it won't let me alter anything because I've still got the game running. So I don't know how to. I don't know because it's a basic emulator or not, but I think the only option we've got is to exit, which closes it, and then reload it, and then we can go back into the settings and things. So I'm going to play around with the video settings. Instead of me showing you what I'm doing, I'm going to have a play around with it to get it right. Well, this is nice, but it's too small. It's the right ratio. Doesn't it look nice? I'm going to keep playing around with the settings until I get it looking nice on this 1080p monitor, and then I'm going to post what I found out. A lot of people are running on 1080p monitors. If you've got a 2K or 4K monitor, you're going to have to play around with it yourself. Alright, so I think I've sorted out the screen size now. So these are my settings for 1080p. I've left the resolution the same. I did try messing around with this, but I found that if you just leave it the same and then you change this one, scale window size, keep aspect ratio, and it seems to tie in. And this just seems to fix the issue. You can play around with all the different settings if you want. That's what I'm going to keep it as. Right, okay, I don't think I'm going to change anything else yet. We'll just see and show you how it sort of runs. So we'll just run it again. Just show you it in full screen or well, full screen, but the proper aspect ratio. There we go, so it's sitting in the middle of the screen there, that bit. But then it's actual full screen and just got the sidebars like you would have like an old TV set. The old square TVs. Miss them days. So this is actually emulating a proper PlayStation, so that's why it's taking so long to load the games and stuff. But you can see it's a great improvement to what it was.
There's no response.
Still got a little bit of see on the shoulders there, you can see it, there's a little bit of flickering. So you press escape on there. I've seen an option on here, so I will have to close this and then reopen it. If you find a way of doing this without having to do this, close it down and reopen it, then please let me know. So I'll go to video, we'll configure, and then what we'll do is we'll put this screen filter in, nice full screen filter. Not sure whether there's a flicker fixed border. I'm going to leave that alone. Just press OK on there and then OK. And what we'll do is run it again. Just wait until it goes to the closest shot and have a look at the shoulders and see whether there's any flickering on the shoulders.
I'm pretty sure my team's alright.
Okay, it seems to have reduced it a little bit.
Hold on. What was your name again? Hey!
Not as obvious as it was anyway. Okay, what I think I'm going to try is I'm going to try a shader. The shader I'm going to try is probably not going to be the right one for this game, but I'm just going to show you how to do it. And then you can mess around with all the different shaders and then look online for different shaders and things and then play around with it. Because that's what it's all about. You playing around with it and getting used to things rather than people just telling you what to do all the while. It would be nice if there was a database somewhere which did actually show you all the different options for these emulators, but with people with different resolutions and screen sizes and different graphics cards, I mean, for an emulation piece of software as old and as used as this one, you would have thought there'd be a database somewhere. Maybe there is in the forums and things, so have a look, check these things out, and then if you do find something perfect for this game, then let me know in the comments. So I'm just going to put a shader on, press escape out of here. So we've got to close it again and then reopen it. I say I'm going to put a shader on, I'm just going to have a look and see whether I can. Video. Is it this plug-in here? No, configure it here. And then shader effects. So we'll go for the max again. Good old Pete. And then we'll go 4 for the maximum. I think it's these 3 little dots here, so we'll click on there. Directory for the shaders. So it's in emulation. This one. I put everything in here, didn't I? GL2. I think I put everything in that other one, didn't I? So I'm going to put that in here. Maybe I should have looked at that a bit better. GL2 we're looking for. I want to try these cartoon ones out. Let's try that, select that one. Then click OK. And then OK on here. And then OK. And then run. On ISO. Try it again. As I say, this probably isn't the right shader. I'm pretty sure it's not the right shader because it looked quite dark. Oh, that is very dark. Different though. So we'll try it again and see how it turns out. So, any advice you might have, please put them in the comment section below. Cool. That's certainly different. This is the power of the shaders. I don't think it's going to affect gameplay, but it's a bit, come on Barbie, let's go party, huh? That looks good. Screen does look a bit muddy, but yeah, if you've got a shader that you can recommend for this game, please let me know in the comment section. I'm going to carry on playing this game. Always picks the wrong one. Yeah, some of the items might be hard to see. It's certainly different. Not bad different, but certainly different. Yeah, it does look a bit muddy. I'll try a different filter, I think. To give a big shout out to my friend Lucas, he's the one that told me about this emulator, the ePSXe. If you check out his channel, there's a link in the description, check out his channel and he shows you how emulation should be done. Yeah, so he's got quite a few videos on his channel regarding emulation and playing games, so it is worth a look. He likes playing in high resolutions and 1080p, so he's got some games on there playing at 4K, so definitely worth a look. So check his channel out, as I say, the link's in the description. I'm going to carry on playing this game. I'm going to play it like this for a bit and then have a look at some more shaders, but it's quite a bit of a gothic look this is, so I'm enjoying it at the moment. So any advice you can give, or let's share and help each other out. My name is Cal, have a good morning, afternoon or good evening, farewell till next time, and I'll see you later. Thanks for watching. Quite liking this filter actually now.